a storm to settle. As I live.
Author's POV. So here is our main lead YN, a late-rise bird who always wakes up late and gets angry if anyone wakes her up early in the morning. She is a night owl who always stays up late at night and wakes up late in the morning. She goes to the gym in the evening. She is a very health-conscious girl who always eats healthy food. She is an extrovert girl who is adopted by stepdad Mr. John, and he is engaged with her mother Miss Maya, who is her biological mother. Her biological dad died in a car accident when she was just a 2-year-old little girl. She doesn't recall his memories in her mind, but still she loves her biological dad so much, and she loves her stepdad also. Her mom is married to Mr. John when she is just 4 years old, and her stepdad always treats her as her real daughter. She is a spoiled yet lovely daughter of Mr. John. Mr. John loves her so much. If anything happens to her anyways, and whoever tries to hurt, then he will kill that person without even thinking twice. That's how much he loves her. She is like an apple of his eye, but however Mr. John's only son John JUNGKOOK, who is his biological son, doesn't accept her as his real sister. He always said that she is not his sister. Cause JUNGKOOK has some feelings for her from the start when he sees her for the first time in his childhood. He really cares for her and treats her as a princess, but he never accepts her as his blood-related sister. And now he became a dangerous, cruel, ruthless mafia king. Everyone afraid of him. He always had an emotionless face, dangerous dark doe eyes, sharp nose, slightly plumpy lips with piercing, and his whole right hand is covered with tattoos. He is really a ruthless, emotionless beast, but for YN, he is like an obsessed psycho lover who can burn the whole world just be with her. She is his precious possession. She is like a drug to him. The more he look at her, the more he gets addicted to her. On the other hand, YN doesn't think about him like that. She always treats him like a big brother, but inside her heart, she has little feelings for him cause whenever she needs him, he is always there for her in her childhood. But she always ignore that feeling, it's just a brotherly feeling towards him. And for Mafia training, JUNGKOOK has to go out of country at the age of 16 years. For Mafia training, he has to London, and he lives there for almost 12 years. He is now coming back from his mission in Europe and straight coming back to his hometown. YN don't know about it till now that he is coming back. She is really scared of him, as he doesn't always let her go out without having any bodyguards behind her for his protection. He is so much possessive for her that forget about, he can't even see a girl hugging her. He is a very jealous, possessive, obsessive, and overly protective person for her. That's why YN doesn't have any guy friends in her whole 20 years of life. She is now becoming 21 years old next year, and today is day when he is coming back from Korea. John Mansion. Living room. Breakfast table. YN's mother, Mrs. John Maya, is arranging plates on the dining with the help of her maids. JUNGKOOK is coming back home at midnight, and now he is sitting on his head chair on the dining table. He uses his phone casually and scrolls his phone. Suddenly, Mrs. John said, "Kook, go wake up your sister. She is still fast asleep. She doesn't listen to when I go into her room to wake her up, but she listens to you. Please go now, wake her up, please." JUNGKOOK, in his usual emotionless tone, said, "Okay, Mom, I'm going." Saying that, he got up from his head chair and walks up towards YN's room, which is left side from his room. On other side, YN's bedroom. YN is already waking up early today and now in her bathroom taking bath, and comes out wrapping a towel around her small, curvy, soft yet malie white skin, which is covering her upper body till her inner half thighs. She is coming out while humming a song and dancing around without knowing someone is watching her with dark yet desire from a distance. YN in her own little world humming a song. Baby, I'm yours, yours, yours. Baby, I'm yours, yours, yours. I know that you love me. Darling, you don't have to say it. You know you can trust me. It's okay, it's completed. Nervous, trip over my words. You're so pretty, it hurts. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. I need something more, I'll pray to Lord. That baby, I'm yours. Is it too late to see you? I love the view of your headlights. Want to get to know you, Brought you to my house for the night. Nervous, trip over my words. You're so pretty, it hurts. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. I need something more. I'll pray to Lord. That baby, I'm yours. You're so pretty it hurts. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. YN humming the song and nodding her head here, and there suddenly she feels warm breath on her shoulder that gives chills all over her body as she freezes on her spot. Her body goes numb. She got more numb when she smelled a manly perfume around her, which is so intoxicating that for some time she got zoned off and just goes deep smelling the intoxicating scent while taking heavy breaths, so she can take as much smell in as she can. She came out from her trance when she listened to an unfamiliar yet familiar voice saying her name. Ahem, ahem. YN Princess. She doesn't understand what to say and how to respond as she is only wearing a towel around her body and sometimes ago she is dancing in it. She felt so embarrassed and shame took over her that she can't even move from her body as she tightly clutches her towel around her and takes a deep breath while clutching her towel around her body. He turns towards the voice and sees a grown-ass manly handsome man. She is staring at him without blinking her eyes. She comes back in her senses when he again spoke. Princess. Saying that man come towards her, but she stopped him there while showing her hand and said in her stutter voice. How? CA, can you CA? Come in without even knocking.
Appa.
After listening to the word Appa from her mouth, the man, which is standing some inches away from her, clenched his hand in a fist. Veins are popping out from his hands, and his forehead veins are also popping out in anger. He is no one else but JUNGKOOK. JUNGKOOK in a calm yet angry voice. Don't ever call me Appa again, princess, unless I will cross all my... He stops himself in the middle of saying that whole sentence, what he's trying to say, thinking it's not the right time to say those words, thinking all that he take a deep breath to calm himself down and said, Mom is asking me to wake you up, that's why I come here, princess. So come down for breakfast. When you're done saying that, he looks at her from head to toe and then takes soft breath and walks away, but stops in the middle and without turning his head, in a stern voice he said, Lock the door from inside whenever you are in your room alone. Don't show your body to anyone, princess, except me. He say the last part like a whisper, and a dark smirk come on his face as he walks away, leaving a confused and shy, embarrassing YN behind, who is trying to understand his last words. YN feels like digging a hole in earth and jumping in to make her embarrassing self and her shame to go away. On the other side, JUNGKOOK's POV. My mind is again and again reminding me that scenario when I see her in a towel from behind. From that time he want to take her in bridal style and fuck her till he feels like she is all his, but he controlled his uncontrolled emotions and said in whisper, Live your freedom as much as you can, princess, cause when you become mine there is no freedom from my arms for you. Saying that, his expression became more dark and cold. Princess, you are only mine. I can't let you be with anyone else but me and me only. Cause if I can't have you, then he will. Says that his already darkening expression becomes more dark and dangerous. His forehead veins are popping out. He controlled his emotions and said, That will never come. I will not let you take her from me. Dining area. Breakfast table. Everyone is eating their breakfast peacefully, but YN is just playing with her food, lowering her as he doesn't want to make herself more embraced cause JUNGKOOK is sitting right in front of her. Mrs. John. YN baby, why are you not eating your breakfast? What's wrong? Listening to her mom's complain, YN, who is lowering her till now, abruptly move her face up, and her eyes got stuck with JUNGKOOK's eyes in embracement. YN turned her eyes away from his eyes and look at her showing face smile and said, Mama, I don't have an appetite, can go to my room please. Listen to her, Mrs. John try to say something, but JUNGKOOK interrupted in between and said, No princess eats your food now, saying that he darkly looks into her eyes and she becomes afraid looking at his eyes as she lowers her eyes and starts eating her food while lowering her head. Mr. John saw all this and said to JUNGKOOK, Stop showing your anger on my daughter, JUNGKOOK. She is not your punching bag, do you understand? JUNGKOOK shared a look with his dad, and Mr. John also looked at him. They both share a look and then both turn their face away. After the breakfast is ended, and YN go to her room, and Mrs. John is also doing some work. Mr. John stopped JUNGKOOK for going upstairs in his room and said in a stern voice, JUNGKOOK, I want to talk to you about something. JUNGKOOK in annoyed tone, he rolled his eyes and said, What? Mr. John in angry voice said, Don't talk to me in this language, JUNGKOOK, which you use it on your bodyguards and gang members. I'm your dad, not your any bodyguard or your enemy. so talk to me with regards, cause I'm your dad, John. JUNGKOOK looked at him in anger boiling inside his eyes, remembering some bitter memories of past as a dark chuckle echoes the living room and said, "Unless what you gonna do? Dad." He stressed upon that word dad and with an emotionless face and said, "Unless you're gonna force me by punishing me with your so-called waist belt? Or with that bamboo stick, which always like to punish with me. Do you forget that, Dad? How you start punish whenever I make a slightest mistake?" He said that while boring his eyes into Mr. John's eyes and said, "Tell me, Dad, how you gonna punish me now if I don't listen to you?" Mr. John became emotional after listening to his words and said, "JUNGKOOK, can't you just respect your dad? Why you always recall your past again and again?" JUNGKOOK became more furious after listening to his sentence and said, "Why? Do Mr. John feel guilty about it? No, Mr. John, don't ever think make me your son, because that JUNGKOOK is already dead. I kill him inside me, do you get that? And that JUNGKOOK is dead when my mom has left me at the age of 5. That JUNGKOOK is dead when you abused me when mom left you alone. You always abuse that 5-year-old kid who doesn't know what is his fault in all this. He the one who lost his mother, but you are not my fucking dad, Mr. John. You are not. I only have 3 people in my life that I love the most. First, my biological mom, who showered her whole love for me. And second, my stepmom, Mrs. John, Maya, and my princess, in me." Saying that he stepped back to try to go from here, but again, Mr. John stopped him. He became emotional and sad after remembering his first love, JUNGKOOK's real mother, and said, "JUNGKOOK, please listen to me. I know you love princesses. And I know you're gonna tell her someday about it, but please don't do it. I know why you are doing this, but don't say to her that you love her or are going to marry because of that person. Don't make her life hell, John." JUNGKOOK looked at him emotionlessly and said, "If I'm gonna marry her or not, it's my problem, Mr. John, not yours. Don't come between me and my princess. 'Cause she always has been mine from the start. And you know it very well. Don't you, Dad? Mr. John." But JUNGKOOK now got irritated and said, "No, but Mr. John, and don't forget who you forced me to go out of the country to take mafia training and make me away from my princess, Dad."